Hello students, welcome back to Dr. Noor Firdaus Jahan channel wherein you are trying to explore the world of business management. So today I am here to continue my topic with the staffing. So in my previous video we have spoken about the very important step in staffing, that is selection, placement and induction. So those three things I taught you in the previous class of mine. Today I am discussing about the next step in staffing, that is called as training. Training is very important, students. See, induction is also a kind of training which is given just to tell him about the organization and make him comfortable and make him perform well in the job. But once he start doing the job, he come across lot of difficulties. So how to overcome those difficulties, that is what I am teaching you today. That is what we call it as training. So today's class, I will be talking you about the training and development function of staffing or process of staffing. Yes. So before I start with the training, so let me remind you to view all my videos till now, right? We have done 60% of principles of management courses completed. So that is why I request you to go through all my videos if you have not gone through yet, and please subscribe to my channel and share my videos and like my videos and write comments. So if you do that, that will help me to further expand the knowledge horizon and share more knowledge with you guys and make you better managers, right? So that is what is the purpose of this course, for which I am here, and you are here to learn. I am here to impart that knowledge to you. Yes. Let us start with the training of employees. So what is training? Training of employees take place after orientation take place. So I've oriented him, I put him on the job and he started working. But while doing the job, he feels that for example, you have appointed a people to work in production department. Say machinery he have to work. So what happens is he know how to switch on the machinery, how to switch off the machinery. He'll start doing. But sometimes the machinery will become hard, correct, will stop on its own. Then he don't know how to restart it. Or some problem will happen in machinery. He don't know how to resolve that problem. Then what he will do, he'll be calling his superior, he'll be calling his friends to help. So it will involve the waste of time and productivity will come down. That is why this will make you understand that no, I have to tell this person how to start the machinery again after it shut down. I have to tell him the basic problem solving of related to machinery. If some problem is there in machinery, he should be able to resolve on its own. I have to train him that. That is what is called as training. Did you get what is training? That is for machinery, right? But on the other hand, you take the sales job. You have appointed a sales executive and he's very good at doing the job. But some doubt the customer is asking him, he's not able to clarify. So once you get to know that, then you cannot send him to field anymore. You have to stop him at that particular time and put him to training, where you train him in selling skills and tell him what are the doubts, the objections the customer may have and how to clarify that. You have to teach him that. So that requires training. So training is a refreshment. Training is the process of imparting the required skills and knowledge to the employee to perform in his job best. I've given you the example of person who's on machine, and I've also given you the example of the person who's into marketing job. Let it be marketing or machine, let it be any kind of job, training plays a very important role here. So that is what here the training of employees take place after orientation. Training is a process of enhancing the skill capabilities and knowledge of employees. Please underline it. It is enhancing the skill capabilities, first one, second capabilities, third one knowledge. So training enhances three things: skill, capability, knowledge. Skill. See, working on the machine, he needs skill. Clarifying the doubts of customer, he needs skills. Correct? Then capabilities, correct? He should be capable of performing that job individually, and knowledge about the customer attitude and behavior towards the product is the knowledge of employees are doing a particular job. So training process molds the thinking of employees. It not only train him physically, but it also molds the employees physically, right, to do the job properly. It molds the thinking of employee and leads to quality performance of employee. And don't think training is required only in the beginning. No, training is a continuous process. That is why today most of the companies in the corporate sector spends lakhs of rupees on training their employees. Because that is why today employees are not just called as employees, our laborers are not called as laborers, we call them as human resource management. We call them as a resource. Resource means resource is scarce and you have to invest on resources. Training is an investment. Training is an investment on employees. You have to invest them to improve their caliber and make them the better people to perform their job. So that is what you will be doing here. So training is basically imparting the skill, knowledge and ability to the worker to do his job effectively, and crores of people spend on training their employees because they want employees to train well. So why training is so important? Why corporate sector employees? Why people are spending so much of money in training employees? Why training have become so prominent? Let me teach you that. The next topic is the importance of training. You got to know what is training. Now I'll tell you the importance of training. Training is very crucial for organization development and success. And training is important for both set of people, for organization also, that is employer, and for employees also. As an employee, I learn how to do the job effectively. So that's an advantage to me. As an organization also it is good because my employees will perform well, my productivity will go up, my costs will come down and my profit will go up. So it's a win-win solution. Training is a win-win solution with both the parties will have advantage. So an employee will become more efficient and productive if he is trained well. So an employee will become more efficient and more productive. And as a manager, my job is how to enhance the productivity of the people. So one of the method to enhance the productivity of the people is through training. I can make them more efficient. I can make them more effective. Then it also improves the morale of the employees. See, people will feel happy. Hey, good, yeah, company is spending so much of money on me. That means I'm so important to them. They care for me. So that kind of feeling an employee will have. So it improves the morale of the employees. Then I'm trained. I know how to do job independently. Supervision is not required. So less supervision. No much supervisors to be appointed there. And since he is the best one, training he have undergone and learn everything, the chances of getting promotion is more, and it will make him more productive. It will make him more productive. These are the reasons why we say training is very important in staffing function. Whenever we talk about the staffing in management, staffing is nothing but all human resource management function and manager will be performing here. So he'll identify how many people he needs through manpower planning. Then he will go for recruitment. Then he'll select the employee. Then he orient him. Then he do train them in order to make them successfully perform their job to the best of his abilities. Now you may ask me, ma'am, how do they train employees? Correct? See what I am talking to you. It's a training. What training I'm giving you? I'm training you in management skills. I'm training you in HR skills. I'm teaching you how to select an employee. I'm teaching you how to recruitment an employee. Then I'm teaching you how to train an employee. So lecture method is one of the common method we use in training. Correct? If it is the job is like that. But if the job is of technical nature where the person have to work in machines, then you have to train him on machine itself. Theory teaching will not help. So based on the kind of job, what an employee is doing, you have to decide about your training methods. So broadly, little bit I'm explaining you about the methods of training. Broadly speaking, there are two methods of training: on the job training method and off the job training method. On the job training method is while performing the job itself, you're trying to train the employees. So by performing the job itself, you are going to train them. You are not going to send them separately for training. But while they are performing job itself, I'll tell them how, when, and what to do, and I'll train them accordingly. So that is what we call it as on-the-job training. Off-the-job training is I'm sponsoring the training program outside my company and sending them to train and come back. That is called as off-the-job training. So let me give you an example of off-the-job training method. Off-the-job, you have lecture method. Correct what I am doing now, it is away from the job, right? Off the job is lecture method, or I will record the CDs and give it to you, or I will make the videos and upload it. All these are off the job training methods. On-the-job training method is vestibule training, wherein if a person has to work in machinery, I'll create the duplicate machinery and ask him, I will create the same machinery just for training purpose. Train him well. If he's perfect, then I'll send him to the job. So that is called vestibule training. Make a note of it, vestibule training. Or I may do off-the-job training. Interpersonal skills are very important. He treats with people very badly. So I can do a role play training where I train this person when when he will become the subordinate, the subordinate will become the superior, and how he behaves with him, like that his own subordinate will behave with him, how bad he feels. That will set right his behavior. So the role play will be done. So these are called as of the job training method. Away from the workplace, I am training him. Or maybe on the job is sending him on the field and training him. Of the job is lecture method, I am training him. So two methods of training you can have, maybe on the job method or off the job method. While doing the job itself, you train them, or away from the job, you send them, you train them, then you bring them back. So those are the methods what you can have here in training method. So based upon the requirement of the job, either you can go for on the job method or you can go for off the job method. Absolutely no problem. Any method of training, absolutely no problem, you can follow. But what is very important here is identifying the training needs among the employees, and training them is what is very important here. Ensure that you identify what training, what are their requirements, whether they really need training or not. That is called as identifying the training needs among employees. So if the answer is yes, they need training, send them to the job. If the answer is no, they don't need training, they're doing extremely good job, then don't send them for training. Why you want to waste your money? Correct? If a sales executive is very good in sales, he has sales skills, but recently he lost some family member, so he's mentally disturbed, is not performing well. This person need counseling. He don't need training. That is what is called as identifying the training need among the employees and checking if he need training, you send him. If they don't need training, don't send him. Because training involves a lot of cost. And if don't manage properly, you end up spending so much of money on them. So that should not happen. So that's something what you have to take care here. Yeah, that's all I have today, students. So training and correct the training of employees. You can ask me, ma'am, if lower level employees are they training. Higher level, what we do development. Higher level managers, we do development. That is why it is called as training and development. Lower level training and higher level development. So this we do to make them comfortable and perform their job well. Hope you understood the training. So that's all today I have planned in the session. So training function we have done today. So we are left with one more very important aspect in staffing, that is performance appraisal. That I'll be doing it in my next video. Please do watch my videos. There's a continuity of the subject. Watch all my videos completely and share my videos, like my videos and subscribe to my channel. So with that note, let me end today's session. So till then, take care.